Glances at me. Welcome. I'm Paul, and I'm the mod today. Congratulations on being our Boston Regional Teen Fantastic Fans. Here's what we're going to do. I'll talk first, then you'll introduce yourselves. We'll talk a little about why you like MK Nightshade, answer some audience questions, and then I have another announcement. His eyes keep sliding over to me like he's expecting me to combust or something. Can you handle that? He's directing this question at me. Yeah, I say. Sounds easy enough. But he doesn't ask Chris or Ethan if they can handle it. I lean my head around Man Bun Paul and catch Dad's eye. He gives me a big grin and a thumbs up. Paul moves to his seat next to me. A few more people trickle in. I stay still, watching the audience, hoping no one from school comes in and sees me up here, but also totally aware that Chris and Ethan are whispering to each other. Finally, when it looks like the crowd is as big as it's going to get, which is pretty darn big, actually, Paul stands and taps his mic. Looks like it's time to get started. Okay, everyone, welcome to the MK Nightshade Fantastic Fan Panel Discussion. The 3 knights, 2 knights and a lady, you see up here are winners of our online trivia challenge. I work for Nightshade Inc., and we're psyched to have you all here. He goes on about the release date for the Glut of Ghosts movie and a raffle and giveaway that they're doing at the big castle thing. Then he turns to us. Time to meet our fantastic fans. Okay, guys, please introduce yourselves. Paul turns to me, and so does everyone else. My heart feels like someone has dunked it in ice water, and the spit in my mouth is gone. I'm not sure I can talk. I open my mouth, and a weak sound comes across the speakers. Next to me, Chris snickers. So do some people in the crowd. I breathe like Coach Vaughn told us to, and try again. I'm Sarah Ann, but online I go by SAM, my initials. I have been into MK Nightshade since I was a kid. A wave of chuckling goes through the audience, but now that I've started speaking, it's getting easier, and I know this stuff. Lady Althena is my favorite character from the Upper Realm, and I believe that Rocklin is really Lord Hulin, and I can prove it. I pass the mic to Chris as another murmur goes through the crowd. It's not a popular theory, but I'd stake my winner title on it. Thanks, Sammy. So I'm Chris, and I don't know who did the contest for you because you totally don't know your stuff if you think Rocklin is the Lost Lord. I bite the inside of my cheek. Such a jerk. When Ethan gets the mic, he says that Thing is his favorite character, and he rereads the scene in the Village of Ear every night before bed. Am I the only one who thinks a slaughter is weird bedtime reading? He ends with the Oakheart Oath. For fealty and light and swords that smite. And he and Chris high-five each other. Gross. The crowd loves it, though. Okay, everyone, settle down. Paul takes the mic. Now we're going to get to some questions from the audience. Immediately, people raise their hands. Door guy passes a mic to a guy in a Lord Rocklin t-shirt. This question is for the girl in pink. You mentioned the Lost Lord already. Do you know where his character originated? Girl in pink. Ugh. Paul hands me the mic, but before I can even open my mouth, Chris chimes in with no mic. Everyone knows that. Dude is Celtic, based on Irish folklore. He leans back in his chair, hands folded behind his head. It's Celtic, I say into the mic, not Celtic, and he's based on Cuchulainn, an Irish hero. That's what I said, Chris says. It's really not. Ethan waves for the mic, and Paul takes it out of my hand and passes it to him. Everyone knows Nightshade borrows from other mythology and folklore. That's how he built his world. Another audience member. Who would you say is the most significant character in the Upper Realm? Chris takes the mic. Sammy already answered that from her point of view, so why don't Ethan and I take that question? He starts talking about the Lesser Lord, and I can't really believe what I'm hearing. The Lesser Lord is a bigger deal in the movies than the books. Does he know anything about the books? Annoyance fills me. The next question comes from a woman dressed as Lady Althena. What do you guys think about the fan theory that all this ends with Sir Oakheart dreaming this from a cell in the castle dungeon? I've thought about this a lot, and I wave to Paul for the mic, but Ethan gets it first. Can I have it? I ask Paul. He glances at his watch. Sorry, we have to move on. Now I'm so angry I can barely see straight. I'm not getting the mic, and half the stuff these guys are talking about is wrong. It's like Chris watched the movies a zillion times and hasn't read any of the books or Nightshade's Manual of Lore. Ethan has definitely read some of the books, but mostly just certain parts over and over. I wave at Chris for the mic, but he passes it to Ethan without even looking at me. I don't know what to do. They're making me look like an idiot, and I can't even get the mic to defend myself. To make matters worse, according to the faces of the people in the audience, they think I don't know anything about the lore either. I resort to whispering to Paul for help. Paul, I need the mic. Next time it's your turn, he says, like I'm a preschooler waiting in line for the water fountain. Are you kidding me? What do I do now? In the audience, Dad looks as frustrated as I feel. But as much as I want to stomp off stage or yell or throw a fit, I am in front of a whole bunch of people that I don't know. Freaking out is not going to do anything. Next to me, Chris has finally stopped talking. He leans back again, smugly. Ethan has the mic, and he passes it to Paul. They completely skip me. I'd like us to move on and do a speed round challenge, Paul says, so these guys, people of the realm, can show us their stuff. He stands and crosses the stage to a flip chart on an easel. I'll read the question, and you hit the table if you know the answer. We purposely made them really hard. Annoyed and angry, I lean forward in my chair, just like Chris and Ethan. Here's where I can beat them. I know it. First question, Paul says. Then he peers at the audience. No helping, you guys. He flips the paper to the next page. Who forged the handle of Sir Oakhart's sword is printed there in block letters. The audience sighs. It's ridiculously easy. All of us whack the table at the same time. Paul calls on Chris, who of course knows that it's the dwarf Eldwin the Younger. Chris and Ethan high five. The audience claps. For that. Next question. Name the fates of Phrygia. Ethan and I hit the table together this time. Paul lets Ethan answer it. He only gets 2 out of 3. Finally, Paul turns to me. I fill in the third. Chris gives me a big fake smile and a good job that sounds like it's not what he means at all. It keeps going like this. Finally, after 3 more questions, Paul flips the chart one last time. I'm barely paying attention. The question reads, what dragon did Rockland the Brave train to find gold? I'm shocked that I'm the only one who hits the table. Sammy? Paul looks as surprised as I feel. I hate being called Sammy, which I did not realize until right now. He trained an ice dragon that was found in the caves of Ben Rear, I say. Who even knows that anyway? Chris mutters under his breath. I turn to him. Anyone who's read the manual of lore, I snap. Chris rolls his eyes. Look, he says, the manual is only backstories about minor characters in the realm. It doesn't have anything to do with the upper or lower realm timelines as we know them. Actually, I begin, angry, it has a lot to do with them. It sets the stage for why Sir Oakhart was exiled from the lower realm and explains his mother's glass heart. Yeah, but that doesn't figure into the main timeline. She's not a real character, so it doesn't matter. She's not a character in the movies, but she is in the books. Have you read those? 'Cause that's what's canon. My sarcasm oozes like slime. Neither of us has the mic, and the room is deadly, awkwardly quiet. Paul slowly steps forward, arms outstretched. Easy there, Sammy, he says, using a voice like I'm a rabid woodland creature about to chew his face off. You got the question right, so let's keep going. We all know the value of the manual. Don't talk down to her, someone yells from the audience. I am so grateful to that person. Even if she is wearing pink, someone else yells. Oh my God, I hate everyone. Easy, easy, Paul says. Let's all be respectful now. Yeah, chill out, princess, Chris says softly, his voice dripping with sarcasm. Princess? Like I'm diva-ing out? I throw some fierce side-eye, but I don't say anything, because what can I possibly say? This is why I have rule number 5. Don't talk geek for long.